Hey everybody. Um, I hope you like my new intro. It's awfully pink, isn't it? There's a reason for that. Right now we need a lot of love and a lot of heart-centeredness. Um, what I felt into this morning before doing this talk was Four of Swords. The Four of Swords in Tarot it's about a breakup, but it's also about healing. And it's also about stepping back and reassessing relationships, what you really truly want in a relationship, to everything and with everything it could be. So we are breaking up with the old way of life right now, and we're going into a brand new way of being on all levels. We are doing a serious level up right now. And I just heard there is nothing to be concerned about, nothing to fear but fear itself. So I'm going to I found out about a series of videos. I only knew about the one. I only started to watch the one, but when I got done with it, I was like, I want more. Like I want to really dive into this. And then I was really happy to find out there were like 8 of them, and they're on Rumble. So I'm going to point to it now to the link that, go look this title up in Rumble. And there is, just replace the 1 with a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 of them. If you want to, it's really important right now to become free from the system. And you've probably heard that said before, but what does that mean? We are basically according to all these documents that we signed, that we didn't even know that we were signing, that we had no idea what we were doing, but we were basically made into slaves, all of us. If you think that if you have a driver's license, birth certificate, and you think that you're a citizen, you're in trouble. So, and I don't mean anything threatening by that. I mean that you're not free. There's Nala to confirm. Thank you, love. Do you hear her going off? Wow, that was like 8 little chirps for each video, I guess. So thank you, sweetie. Anyway, watch that series. Everybody in the whole, well, at least the United States, the whole United States, but it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Everyone needs to watch that series because we have to be educated on this stuff. And there was a point in time where it was like, well, what do I tell the police if I get pulled over and I don't have license plates? Or what do I do if I want to buy a house and they insist that I sign the paperwork, or that I, supply this or supply that or whatever? Going out of the system, there's going to be growing pains. There's always growing pains in any major change, especially something as big as this. I was going to say as radical as this. It's not really radical, though, when you realize that you're trapped in a cage and it's like, okay, now I think I want out of this. Now that I know that I'm in a cage, now that I know that I'm a slave, I don't want to be a slave anymore. Our birthright is to be kings and queens, and we should get back to that birthright now. Oh, Nala, honey, wobble wobble. So, so, I would set everything aside and I would go watch that. And by the way, my shirt says see the good, in case you're curious. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but see the good. All right. So let's take a look at, my phone is ringing. I'm curious. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm not going to pick it up. Okay, so we're going to pull an amulet. We're going to pull an amulet as to where we're at for the collective right now. Okay. And usually I have my phone on vibrate. I don't know why it's on. Oh, okay. It looks like a cow or something. So we'll have to take a look at what that is. I gotta look that up. Give me un momento, por favor. Okay, it is the cow. 111. Lots of ones. Okay. And ones are yeses also. Okay, here we go. Uniting in partnership. So, when we break up with someone or with something or whatever, it's always for the better, because you realize it's really not a good fit. I'm living a fake life, a double life. I really want to be authentic and I really want to go toward that which actually truly makes me happy. So you're going to take something away so that some really good stuff can come rushing in, right? Um, and I just saw the death card in my mind, which is a major transformation. Something dies, something else is resurrected. So, okay, when you receive the cow amulet, it's a sign that a partnership is underway. Wow. So this could be like for those of you who have a true love counterpart, it could be that something is resurrected with the person that finally you guys come together in union, or it could mean that you drop that person and then a new one is coming in, is being ushered in. Okay, is a sign that a partnership is underway. Now, I also got projects and like humanitarian projects and just any things pulling together to strengthen our society. Oh, here's what I was going to say too, is that, it used to be really awkward thinking of what you were going to say to the police if they, come after you for something, or that you get put in jail over something or whatever. One thing I learned from the convoy, listening to those truckers, is they were willing to go through whatever it took. It didn't even matter. And they can't hold you for anything. It's like nobody should be, unless you're causing harm to somebody, you shouldn't be getting in trouble for anything at all. As long as you're being peaceful and you're peacefully living your life and you're doing, you're just following your bliss, basically following what you want to do, following your heart or whatever. They shouldn't be taking your money for anything. Anyway, you'll realize that when you watch this video. So anyway, but it's becoming a lot easier because a lot of us are pushing back. And the more of us that come together and say, I'm going to take my freedom back. I want to be, I think it's a state national. I want to be a state national. That's your right. And that's what you were before you inadvertently, totally unconsciously agreed to be a slave instead. So you guys got to break those shackles off and become free. Okay. Connecting is how we live as social beings. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Finish this or did the other first? Okay. So they're saying also in this assessment, in this Four of Swords assessment, it's really important too that you realize that these horrible characters who have played a wonderful instrumental part in scaring the doo-doo out of us and correcting some things. So they've been, a good thing ultimately, but the ugly characters that shall not be named right now. Those guys have put human parts and remains in our food. At McDonald's specifically, there's human there. If you're eating beef from McDonald's, then you're basically eating human meat. It's not all, I don't know if it's all human meat, but there's a lot of human meat in it. So that's just one. That's the tip of the iceberg. If you guys aren't on my Telegram channel, it would be a really good idea to get on there, because there's another video that actually goes through and breaks down things that say natural flavoring on them. Look at everything that you eat in your house, you guys. I just did this yesterday. I went through everything in my cupboards and I looked for natural flavoring. So everything that said natural flavoring got dumped because it is aborted fetuses, babies, aborted babies. So we have to take a look at, and now it's overwhelming to think of all the things that they've put stuff in. Okay. So you can't be perfect overnight. It's not like you're going to go through and be like, maybe, I don't know, if you want to be, it depends on your personality, I guess. But, just take one step at a time. Look at your hair products. Look at what your hair products are doing. Are they aerosol? If they're aerosol, they could have graphene oxide in them. Or, if it's even prescription pills, the black writing on the pills, that's graphene oxide. It's magnetic. So all this crazy stuff. So find out what you're putting in your body. What am I ingesting? And get rid of anything that you discover is not good. So, and we're going back to organic and natural as much as possible. So, yeah, that's part of this reassessment for of Swords energy, what it's encouraging you to do also. So we're reassessing everything. Is it loving? Is it good? Is it natural? Is it authentic? If not, it's out of here. That's pretty much the gist, right? So let yourself enjoy the splendid rush of the experience of this partnership coming together. As an awakened celebrant, you needn't worry about getting addicted to the high. Like the Minoan bull jumpers, let the experience be a playful one. If you feel overpowered in a relationship that seems to reenact a familiar past scene, find out what role you're playing. Old partnership patterns and behaviors are not easily changed, but once you break them, you can transform your future. When a relationship is developed based on mutual respect by whole and healthy people, a wondrous adventure unfolds. Okay, now I just posted something like this on my Instagram, which I will then read because it is relevant to this, just as a coincidence, because I didn't even know that I was going to be pulling this card today, or this amulet. Okay. By our actions, we show others how to treat us. If you treat others with respect and kindness, someone will feel, if they want to maintain your relationship, drawn to treat you the same way. By behaving in a disrespectful, inconsiderate way, you let others know that you tolerate that kind of behavior in your life and, in fact, invite it in. So here comes more drama, even if your lip service says otherwise. So treat others as you want them to treat you. And if they reciprocate in kind, you have something that will stand the test of time. Otherwise, here comes another lesson to help you learn how to love yourself till you find the right combination. All right. So, okay, let's see. Old partnership patterns and behaviors are not easily changed. Okay, when a relationship is developed based on mutual respect by whole and healthy people, an adventure unfolds, a wondrous adventure unfolds. So make sure that you're not trying to fill a space or distract yourself from some other challenge at hand. Communicate from your heart, speak with integrity, and listen intently. This isn't a performance. You're not an actor performing someone else's script. This is your life. Participate in it. Let the moon goddess in and share her gifts. Whether it's a partnership of lovers, a business association, a creative collaboration, parent or child, or a reunion of soulmates, let the experience enrich your life. The timing is perfect. Okay. And then the next one says joy and celebration. So, as we make space for the new, some really incredible things are about to happen for us, about to unfold for us. Okay, so they just said the greatest weapon against anything that you might be wondering about or worrying about is to totally be present in the moment. So I was working with this energy last night, and it felt like my own eyeballs, instead of looking this direction, were looking right at me. And there was an energy of like a solemn energy about it, completely neutral, solemn energy. But I'm doing it right now. So I'm looking at myself, looking at you making this video. It's hard to describe, but try to be the observer of you while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. And you'll start to feel like this vibration somewhere in your body. But for me last night, when I was cultivating this within me, I could feel my eyes were just really buzzing, vibrating really quite intensely. So that is actually who you are. That's the energy of your essence. So the more that we cultivate that and put our attention on it, the better. If you need some kind of a visual and you're going through some kind of an attack by someone or something like that, try to surround them with pink, loving, beautiful energy, and surround yourself with like a glittery silver. And you guys all have different ways of doing this. So just protect yourself however you see fit. Yeah. Okay. So if you're having dental issues right now, specifically, you could be under psychic attack. So do something to have that removed. And protect yourself from who you tune into and who you watch in videos. And also, if just love is always the answer. Send love to the person. You could even say whoever is causing this dental issue with me, send them love, send love to your jaw, that type of thing. You can always come to me and I'll help clear it as well. But love is always the answer. So you don't want to get involved in any kind of a tit for tat, any kind of retaliation. Okay. And laughter too. Laugh your ass off at whatever you can. Okay, so I just pulled an angel card from this deck called the 72 Angels. It's an awesome deck. Okay, so we have Harael, and it's number 59. Intellectual abundance. This is what the angel will do for you if you call upon it. You have to call upon it 3 times, okay, if you want these things. And intellectual abundance emanates goodness, beauty, and truth, well-balanced intelligence in business and in all fields, likes learning, good, because we need to do a lot of that. Intellectual fecundity, children obedient and respectful towards parents, learns easily, practical intelligence, can make a fortune with intellectual qualities, writing, journalism, publishing, and printing. Okay, so some of you need that, I guess. So rewind this if you want to hear the right pronunciation. So a lot of you are being really creative right now and getting involved in these ventures and projects. So that angel can help you. And in the meantime, have your children respect you. So that's good. So it's good to have that. What else do you guys want to say about that? Oh, feel like drawn to the world truth cards. This involves a rocky start. There was some resistance. Someone may have been coerced, manipulated, or forced to do this. Yeah, we were totally duped from the moment we were born. And our parents signed us away. They were like, sayonara, little slave. Here you go. They took your soul and your blood. The soul was in your feet, getting your footprints, and your blood was your placenta. It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, this could involve something that's dangerous. There could be a threat to your life or safety in this. Do not trust it. Look deeper into this with caution. So just continuing to learn discernment. Yeah. So, and this is if you guys really want to get to a place where we're liberated and free and we hear all this wonderful information out and about, and the truth is finally out and we're finally proven right, and all this that you guys are wanting and waiting for and on the edge of your seat for, you got to watch that 8 video series. That's exactly the next step we all need to take, is to become free. Hi, love. Hi. Annie's here. Okay, so this involves divine guidance, timing, and the will of the divine. It is aligned with its purpose, and good will come of it. This too shall pass, and there will be peace of mind and celebration. Yay. A lot of this stuff is being prevented or stopped for your protection. It will not be successful. Know that spirit has your back no matter what you hear. Okay, anything else? And then we'll end up, well, okay, Mary Magdalene wants to say something, then we'll do a Sacred Rebels, but I want to do my new spirit cards. Please just let go. You're clinging too tightly to what you want as if it's eluding you. This is only pushing it away. Have faith, it's coming because it is. Remember how I always say that if you're worried that it's not going to come, that ending that we all want, that climax we all want, if you don't think it's going to happen, then you keep pushing it off into the future with your doubt. So have faith that it's coming and quit clinging to it. Focus on your creativity, creative projects, and letting your mind get, go to these wonderful things that you want to see happen in our world and things like that. Instead, focus your attention on what you want right now and let go of anything that you feel is trying to elude you, whether it be a love relationship or whatever it is. Just focus on you and cultivating happiness and giggles and joy as much as possible in as many different ways you can. Congratulations, you're leveling up right now. So let go of what has been and allow the new to come in for it to be as smooth as possible. You have so much to look forward to. Yay! Yay! Oh, we are talking to you through what you hear, taste, touch, feel, smell, sounds, colors, and numbers. So pay close attention. Be conscious of, see, this is also what I was talking about with my eyes and stuff. Be conscious of your breath and sensations in your body more often. Splitting your attention between your body and the material world increases your peace, vitality, and intuitive abilities. You should take more time to quiet your mind and tune into the subtle realm. We have your back, your mind does not. Now remember, your ego is negative artificial intelligence. So don't even pay it any, never mind. You may need to remove it. So, again, with the reassessing everything, you need to remove that toxic person, group, or situation from your life if you want things to change, including you being a slave. How do you expect to go forward into this new earth and be like, shining your light for the whole world to see without you being a sovereign being, without you staking a claim on who you truly are? Being a state national, you're a state national. You are not a citizen. You are a state national, and you are like a king. God said in the Bible that he is the King of kings, not the king of servants, right? You'll learn that in that talk. Someone might need a bit of tough love if you're to love yourself and live life like you want to. Okay, so it's time for you to put yourself first. When you put yourself first and you follow your heart and you follow your dreams, everything else starts to fall into place. Okay, so Mary Magdalene, what would you like to tell the collective today, Mary? I pulled the family card. Family. Annie, come back. You haven't been on camera for a long time, girl. Okay. You were born into your family for a reason and a purpose. Now this is your family here on earth too. Other people, other slaves around you. Just as there is a reason and a purpose for experiencing all you have experienced to date. Yet, like most of us, you probably believe the myth that all family members should all get along and always be nice to one another. Other families always seem nicer. The truth is that every family experiences similar dynamics in one way or another. Your family is your great, because we're all human beings and we all have an ego that we've been listening to that, okay, if you haven't been working on that. Your family is your greatest teacher. Every family member will hold at least one trait that you don't like, and you have at least one trait that each of your family members don't like about you. This fact sets the perfect environment for us to learn to love unconditionally. Later in life, you will discover that every perceived negative comes with a positive attached to it. True love often comes in many ways and forms that we initially fail to recognize. Yet with the passing of time, you will realize that beneath our individual facades, there is only love. Love comes in many forms and it may not always be kind. Reflect on this, for it will help you let go of any resentment you have towards your family or family members or exes for that matter. Don't spend time resenting or being angry at anybody for, how you ended up or any of that. So it's like as we're purging, it's like you don't have to stay attached to these people anymore. You're purging the toxic people out and keeping them at a safe distance and having good boundaries and things, but also respecting and honoring what they've been in your life, just like the bad guys. How I was saying in the beginning, it was a disgusting chapter that's ending, but it's also like we have to honor what that's done for us. I mean, it's gonna liberate us. I mean, what are we now? We are the restored republic. That's what we are now. If you guys didn't know that, we're not the United States anymore. We're the restored republic of the United States, I believe. So, and we're gonna have treasury notes now, and we're getting rid of the fiat. Our dollars are actually they're debt. They're not even dollars. They're not even money. The dollar bills that we have, if you read them and you look into what they actually mean, they mean that you are now in debt or you owe something to be paid back. So it's like a borrowing. When you're spending it, you're actually borrowing. It's the craziest thing. So it's just time to be free. It's time to become free and to not resent. This is where that exercise, thank you God for my misery, comes in really handy. Anything that you resent or you're really angry at or you want to get back at, because if you want to be revengeful about something, if somebody's doing black magic on you, you want to be vengeful about that, or our government, and you want to get back at that, or like any of the stuff, and your ex, your family, you've got to heal yourself instead. Focus on loving yourself instead and letting that go. And when you can not really care about it anymore, it doesn't even like like you're totally neutral. It's like, okay, when you do the exercise, thank you God for my misery, you'll say like, thank you God that my government screwed me over. And so then you'll write 10 to 15 advantages or benefits as to why that was perfect that happened, why that was a really good thing that happened. And then you're able to see why your higher self put you through everything that you have endured on purpose to help you, to give you the tools that you need to make you a master of your vibration, and etc. So it's really good to take the time to actually write it down. Don't do it in your head. Don't say, yeah, I know, I'm grateful for the experience. No, go through the actual transformation that happens when you write it down and you brainstorm about it. Okay, so don't take the shortcut, don't take the easy route. A lot of you guys get kind of lazy about that. Actually take the time. Take the time to sit down and do like a meditation with it, because you'll have epiphanies and awarenesses that are the things that actually truly make you release it. Okay, because otherwise, if you do it in a kind of fake, superficially kind of way, just by like, yeah, I get that it was for a good thing. Yeah, I get that it. If you do it kind of fluffy like that, it's going to come back around and smack you in the face. So you should try to also look at all the different aspects. Like, say you lost your job and it was unjustly. So thank God that that your boss was unjust to you. So that would be one thing. Another would be, thank you God that I have no money. That would be another aspect of it to work on. Another would be, thank you God that I'm humiliated because my family thinks I'm a failure. Write all that down, all of the benefits and advantages to that one. And then you look at, thank you that I'm scared that I'll never find anything again, that it's put me in a state of lack. All these different aspects, you break it down and you do another exercise on each and every different aspect of what is ramification, or what is a consequence of what's happened. Okay. Be very thorough with that exercise, and I will guarantee you guys, and I ask you in the video when I instruct you as to how to do the thank you God for my misery exercise. So look up here on YouTube, put in my name, and then put the word misery along with it, and you will find the video. It will come up, and I suggest doing it for 45 minutes. So definitely do that as soon as possible. Sit down for that 45 minutes, make it sacred time, and write one thing after another. I think somebody just dropped something heavy off at my door. I wonder what that would be. Oh, I know what that is. Yay, it's finally here. Okay, so I'm getting a Sacred Rebels for the collective, Sacred Rebels for the collective, Sacred Rebels for the collective. What do we need to know in closing? What do we need to know in closing, please? Okay. New birth, guarded vigilantly. That sounds incredibly appropriate. New birth, guarded vigilantly. Yeah, seriously, right? And she's got like a butterfly up on her shoulder, major transformation coming out of darkness. Okay, so 24 is the number in case that resonates. Okay, here we go. In every creative process, creativity is the key right now. In every creative process, in every birth, in every opening of a new cycle of life, there is a time of vulnerability. This vulnerability is natural and appropriate. It is the full learning to become steady on its legs. Those legs will become remarkably powerful in time, but the process of growth and maturity has to take place, and that requires some wobbly first attempts. It cannot be any other way. Within you, perhaps even below the level of your conscious awareness, there is a fresh new life emerging, like a vibrant green shoot rising up from the earth. This new life is in need of your attention and your care. This could be a new relationship that needs tending with interest and kindness. It can be a new idea that you need to nurture into fullness because it's going to hold special purpose for your life path. It might be something within you, a new behavior, a new way of looking at yourself, a new way of eating, or a new way of being in the world that you need to tend to until it becomes more natural for you to embody. You know, it's always a little awkward. Oh, I can't eat that anymore. I can't eat, oh, my favorite drink. Are you kidding me? Like, oh my gosh. This is most significantly so if you have also drawn the oracle of which we didn't. If you feel drawn to do so, you may read the guidance for that card now. Drawing either of these cards alerts you to the idea that you are currently nurturing or soon will is a great that drawing either or both of these cards alerts you to the fact that the idea you are currently nurturing or soon will is of great importance to your life path. Pay appropriate respect to the message of those cards, and you will reap great benefit, spiritual benefit and emotional well-being. If you have also drawn the card blah, 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 which we did not, you may pay attention to the new life emerging for you now, or that you will soon sense. You must not be careless and think it doesn't matter. It matters greatly. Being careless now, akin to killing off the idea before it has a chance to grow strong enough to withstand the criticism, jealousy, or sabotage by dark consciousness in others or yourself. We don't have to be frightened of destructive energy. It exists in nature and in us and is a part of life. We do, however, need to be intelligent to its potential power and stay centered in our heart, in our wisdom, to avoid its ill effect that which we are nurturing into life. Wow, this is just incredible. You will not always need to cloak that which is young. Soon enough, it will be able to stand up for itself. For now, your vigilance and care is most certainly required. Hug your ideas to yourself as though they were a new lover you cannot bear to share with another. In time, the world will be the lover receiving the love in your idea. For now, it is for you to love, for you to hold, and for you to observe. Only allow those proven to be trustworthy to support you in this, those who can handle the frequency or vibration of what you are seeking to nurture. Some may love you, but be frightened of what you are creating. But stay true to yourself and your creative power and be wise as to whom you invite into your inner sanctum to witness this new life emerging. Can you guys even, do you guys have chills yet? This oracle also brings particular guidance about keeping your inner sanctuary pure. I felt so much better once I grabbed all that. I had like 2 big garbage bags full of stuff. Yeah, about that. This may be your room, a sacred place you visit, or your own body into which you retreat in relaxation or meditation. Sometimes you will find that others have taken up residence in your sanctuary. Perhaps an argument that you cannot let go of has another living in your head. Okay, a sniffering, oh my Lord, is there a sniffering? A suffering that has not been acknowledged and released can feel like a big old dirty suitcase or emotional baggage cluttering up the temple space of your heart. It's time to focus on the purity, light, love, and compassion that dwells within you. Everything else will come and go, and that is fine. But the purity within your sanctuary is eternal. You can come back to it to refresh your spirit and gain resources to help you deal with the rest of the world and even your own darker moments anew. It will give you the peace and the spaciousness of mind you need to recognize the new life and to compassionately but firmly denounce any intrusion upon that new life by doubt, fear, or sabotage. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, of course, I need to do a blessing for everybody right now. This is to help you guys be discerning and vigilant in guarding your brand new life and all of the wonderful abundance that's about to start pouring into it as you've been purging and snipping out and pruning all that does not serve you anymore. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for the new that's coming in. They said refresh. It's going to be a time of refreshing. Hama na tain sa se la ashin ke e na ai. He pimpa ona ai ke la sanse. He shi pimpa wa oma ana ai ke e la. He la sanse chicken. Ha pumpa ana ai ke. Ha la sanse she la ha mama na ke. He e la anse. Shin she la ke en pom pom. Ha la he na ke. Ha la. Shanshai la hem pepe ma onakai. Yay. All right, you guys have yourselves a beautiful day. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing this video with your friends. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.